Accent book, page 25. Alright guys, so here on page 25, we finally learn about low E's, which you already know. Alright, so in this on this page, you're going to be using the home base and the left inside version here, okay? Alright, and then also we finally get to see in our music dotted quarter note, eighth note rhythms. Lots of us have already done these on our Rhythm Master, especially level 5, right? So remember, your dotted quarter notes get 1.5 beats, or in this case a down, up, down, before you tongue that next little eighth note on the te. Alright, so please make sure, especially on this page, that you go through the appropriate steps before you play along with me. So make sure that you check out key signatures, time signatures, go through, count and clap the line, even play it on like a G, an open G, so that you really know what the rhythm sounds like, what your tongue will be doing. Alright, and make sure you also go through, like I like to do, and kind of check out any of the little danger spots. If you have any danger notes from a key signature or any skips that you need to check out, practice those before you try to play the whole thing, and then you can hit the play button again, and play along with me. Or if you want to listen to how it sounds, practice it and play it, and then come back and play it with me. Alright, but make sure you're going through the steps that we would normally go through in class when you're looking at these lines. Alright, in fact, we're going to count and clap a couple of these together just so we can be sure we're getting the dotted quarter note rhythm correct. Okay? Alright, so let's look at line 92, the dotted quarters. Well, tells you what we're going to be focusing on a lot. Okay, so key signature, 1 flat, B flat. So go through and scan and see if you have any B flats to worry about. I don't think we do, but if we did, we need to make sure we know which B flat we're using. Time signature is a good one. We're counting to 4, right? All right, so now let's go through the rhythm process. With my metronome, it's set at 80. All right, so here we go. Count and clap with me. Remember, it's 1, take. Ready, count and clap, and here we go. 1, take, 3, 4, 1, 3. 1, take, 3, 4, 1, take, 3. 1, take, 3, take, 1, 2, 3. Alright, so 1. Alright, make sure you use that voice inflection to help you with that dotted quarter note, okay? 1, take. Alright, and that's that second clap on that little eighth note, that te is going to be where you're going to tongue that eighth note. Alright, so now let's analyze for notes here. Now we have lots of low notes on this page as well, so you've got to make sure that you're going through note naming and figuring out which low notes you're using. Alright, so if we look at measure 1 and 2, those should be easy. F, E skips up to G, then F skips down to C. Alright, now, that first note of measure 3 is a low F, home bass. So we have F, F, then remember, you're just going to add left inside for E, and E, then back to F, G, A, then G, F, E, F, G, skips down, E, F. Alright, so work out those pinkies and all those low notes there before you try it. I don't want your pinkies to get lost or your eyeballs to get confused with all those little ledger lines. That's a lot. Check it out. Okay? Alright, but now I'm going to go ahead and play you my example for line 92. And 1, take, 2, take. So rhythm and some fingers to worry about with those low notes. Make sure you're comfortable with that. If you need to, even slow it down before you try it with me. Okay, that's all right. All right, so now let's move on to line 93. We have lots more dotted quarter notes in this one. Let's start by looking at line A. All right, again, check key signature. This one we do need B flats again. So scan through and find, I think there's just one in line A. Do you see it? The pinchy B flat there? Okay, so make sure you're ready for that. Okay, now also scan for the roadmap. You're going to play measures 1, 2, 3, first ending. Go back to the beginning, play measures 1, 2, 3, and remember the second time. Skip to the second ending. All right, and in this case, for that divisi on the last note, I'll play the top note. I'll play the A there. If you would like to play F when you play with me, then we can make the little chord. All right, let's count and clap together again. 1 and 2 and here we go. 1, 3, take 1, take 3, take 1, take 3, take 1, 3, 1, 3, take 1, take 3, take 1, take 3, take 1, 2, 3. You see those short notes at the end? We're going to do those as well, those staccatos. All right, so go through and now finger. Check for any skips. I would also especially check out measure 3 there. You see all those skips? And remember, B flat. All right, so now I'll play my version of 93A. And 1, 2, 3. Lots of dotted quarter notes. Now, I'll go to line B. And this one is kind of, the A line is like the melody line. B line here is accompaniment. Notice how all those quarter notes are going to be short. There's going to be space. Now, analyze those low notes too. We start on a low F, okay? But then look at measure 3. That one starts on that low E again with that left inside. Okay, so check out those notes and some skips going on too. So you got to be able to note name all those skips. It's kind of almost like little arpeggios sometimes. Okay, so I'll play for you my line B. Maybe you could play A and you could hear a little duet. 1, 2, 3. Hopefully you recognize it, alouette. All right, check key signature, 1 sharp, F sharp. Now scan through to see if we find any. I don't see any, but remember that also means that we're going to be playing B naturals, and you do see naughty B's down there, all right? So make sure if you see a sharp, remember, you shouldn't see any flats unless there's an accidental in front of the note. We are also in 2. All right, so I'll count this one with you again. Want to make sure we're getting those dotted quarter note rhythms correct. Remember, we're only counting to 2. Down, up, count. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. I just messed up. I just reminded you and then I forgot. Let's try again. 1 and 2 and here we go. 1, take 1, 2. 1, take 2, take 1, 2. 1, take 1, 2. 1, take 2, take 1. 1, take 1, 2. 1, take 2, take 1, 2. 1, take 1, 2. 1, take 2, take 1. Ooh, man, added a 3 and 4 in there. I'm sorry. All right, so now analyze for notes. Okay. Also analyze for any maybe short notes. Right? When we see the 8th note, 8th verse, remember that's going to sound the same as one of those staccato dots. All right? And remember, naughty B naturals in here. Okay? And there is a repeat. All right, so I'll play for you now a version of line 94. And down. Here's 1, 2, ready. Sakura. This one is very pretty. So here we're back into 4. There's nothing in the key signature, so no flats, no sharps, so still with naughty B's. Alright, and then this one, again, lots of low notes with those ledger lines below the staff, so give yourself some time to say your note names as you finger and figure out what low notes you're using there. Like it starts on low A, okay? And then in measure 4, that half note, that's a low F. Alright, so just go through and let your eyeballs, your brain kind of think through, and your fingers think through those low notes, okay? Also, there's lots of dynamic or volume markings. We start super soft, then we get a little louder, and then soft again, and then a little louder, okay? Now, something else to watch out for, look at this roadmap. You're going to play measures 1, 2, and play all the way through that first measure of the second line. Then look where your repeat takes you to, not to the very beginning of the song, but to the beginning of measure 3 where that other repeat sign is. Okay, then after you play that, then you just go on through the end of line 2. Alright, okay, so you've counted, you've clapped, you've looked at your long notes, you've looked at your note names and your fingers. Now I'll play for you if you'd like to join me, line 95. And 1, 2, 3. You have to end on that low E there. Did you remember that left inside? Okay, oh, just so pretty and smooth. Lots of articulations too. All right, let's look at line 96, the last one on this page that we'll check out. Lots of eighth notes here and repetitive notes. This can be a fun tempo game for you if you're up for it. Time signature or key signature, nothing. You do have some accidentals. You see those B flats written in front of a few of those notes. Okay, so make sure you're aware of those B flats in this one, even though it's not in the key signature. And we're still in 2. Now, be careful. This one does have some pickups. So you're going to have to think 1 take, 2 take, 1, 2 take, 1 take, 2 take. All right. So I'll count 1, 2. I'll breathe on 1 so that I can play on beat 2. All right. And there is a repeat. Okay. So in a rhythm, lots of eighth notes. You do see one dotted quarter note there in the middle. 1 take. Right. Other than that, it's up to the eighth notes and making sure your finger and your tongue are where they're supposed to be. So analyze for notes. Remember, B flats. All right, and if you're ready, push the play button and join me. So 1 take, 2 take, 1. I messed it up. Here's 1 take, 2 take. Lots of really fun lines on that page, guys. Just again, make sure you're taking yourself through all those steps before you try to play. I want you to be really successful at these, and I'm not taking you through the whole thing, otherwise this video would be even longer than it is now. Okay, but make sure you're hitting pause, counting, clapping, and practicing any pieces that you need to before you play along with me, okay? Bye, guys.